If there's one thing we learnt from the vote on Thursday, it's just how divided the country is. Boston in Lincolnshire voted 80-20 in favour of leave. Lambeth in London, 80-20 remain. So we brought citizens from each place together. Angie and Nina come from a farming community. They work in delivery services. James and Gurjinder, the Lambeth boys, are a lawyer and student respectively. Do they see each other's world, and do they understand the choices they each made? Have a look. When you voted leave, was it about the EU? Was it about kicking the government? Was it about change of any kind? Or was it about something that I haven't mentioned?
Everything.
Everything.
Right.
Everything. We tried to tell everybody what was happening in Boston. Nobody wanted to listen. You know, we have, when people say, oh right, we're the most segregated town in the country, yeah? Right, what happens is, you get your neighbours, all the housing is full, and it is full of EU migrant workers. They come over here, they live in houses of multiple occupation, they're in, they work in the same place. Some of them have been here 4 or 5 years, can't even say hello in English, you know.
I don't doubt in any way that these things are true and that there are these problems in these towns. Yeah. What I worry about is that the EU has been blamed inaccurately. I think these problems are there, but that the EU, it isn't the EU's fault.
Why do you think that people have misunderstood?
I think there's been a lot of either deliberate miscommunication or a very difficult conversation in the UK during the campaign. People didn't seem to be talking to each other. They just seemed to either be shouting at each other or believing their own side's truths, and sometimes both those sides' truths could be inaccurate. I, for one, didn't think it was correct to have the 350 million going to the NHS on the side of the battle bus, and since then, Nigel Farage has said, oh, that was ill-advised, that wasn't necessarily true.
Yeah, but do you think that people who voted leave are thick?
No, I don't think it's about cleverness. I think it's to do with if you only have so much time.
Do you think that that's how the other side think?
Yeah, definitely, definitely. Especially with the barrage of things that's come on social media. We know 350 million was not going to go directly to the NHS, but where you get your savings is the doctor who lives near me. He told me they employ 3 interpreters at 40 quid an hour. We would not have to be paying that through the NHS if we didn't have all this mass migration.
It seems like it's referendum on the status quo, and I think we need to have a national conversation on how to build a fairer Britain, which everyone feels works for them.
No, I just hope it goes straight forward and it sorts itself out for the younger generation, like kiddies. They've been brought up in this environment, so to speak, due to vandalism, crime, murder, etc., etc. I don't want my children seeing all that, to be frightened to go out. I just want it to get better.